Check Facebook for me, make sure we're out there. Tony Cotillo, please. As we are riding.
We are live.
We are live, and we are riding with the new sounds from Mac Miller. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, another young one going too soon.
Way too soon. 26 years young. And just this album, I believe it's his 5th album. And to me, I don't remember any other albums really sounding like this. But is very, 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 very just soft-spoken and real. Just it's a sad situation, man. I don't listen to really Mac Miller all that much, but I figured I would press play. It's an honor.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wasn't really familiar with Mac Miller, but obviously I've heard a lot recently over the last couple of days. I've had some friends. They're big Mac Miller guys. So, hey, I was feeling the music. I was digging it. I'm not going to lie to you and say, like, I've been a listener of his before, but I was all right. A little party music. I was okay with it.
That's the way to put it, too, because a lot of people that were, like, in college over the past decade or so, they always spoke about Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that was our party anthem. That was our music.
A lot better than Asher Roth, I'll say that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get this party started. Over to my left. Welcome on in to PI Live as I hit the damn button record, okay? Over to my left, we got the great Tony Jigsaw Cotillo in the house.
What's up, everybody?
And looking like ketchup and mustard on that couch right now. Adrian.
That was definitely not planned.
No, definitely not planned. We need Diaz here with his nice little green shirt to get the relish in here.
Or his
who
Skittles
says mustard
shirt.
and ketchup? First of all, it's ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup and mustard. You went reverse.
You know, one of the funniest, stupidest things I've ever said. I've said a lot of dumb things on there, actually. But I said on one time, like where I grew up in Scranton.
Damn, Dave already disagreed with Jigsaw. I didn't even say nothing yet.
We called cheesesteaks steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese.
Scranton, yes. Scranton's backwards. Not only is it 10 years behind, it's backwards. Okay, so just always remember that.
Steak and cheese.
So when you order, do you get the whiz? Is that what you say?
No, never, ever. You didn't have any whiz up there.
Whiz?
No.
Oh, you got. Well, if you do everything backwards, you have to order it
I just want to say the steak and cheeses were damn good. Shout out M6, my corner deli.
Cheeses.
But they are, and I said it on air one time, like 10.
And everybody was wondering what you were talking about.
People were like, what the hell did you just say? I'm like, oh no. All right, we got a lot of things we're going to talk about here that we've been chomping at the bit to get to. Talking about the Eagles and just the NFL. Week 1 just ended, and think about it. It started on Thursday. Everything was delayed. The Eagles obviously dropped the banner half an hour, 45 minutes past when the kick was supposed to happen. And we just wrapped up late last night with the Raiders and the Rams. So we had a long, long weekend of nothing but football action. Shout out to my college football heads. There was a lot of good, a lot of beatdowns on Saturday, but it's fun watching the big dogs. It's fun watching Georgia win again. Penn State looked great against Pitt. So, but obviously the weekend belongs to the NFL as far as we're concerned. So we're going to save the Eagles. Let's save the Eagles. We'll come back to the Eagles, but let's just get going as far as the weekend is concerned. You were able to see every team play. Give me who impressed you. Just simple as that.
Yeah.
Give me one team that impressed you. Not a player. Give me a team.
I'll go with the Jets from last night. And I say this because of this. So the AFC, the 2 wildcard teams, who are they going to be in the conference? I don't think the conference is that great. So a team like the Jets, a team that could maybe go 9-7, maybe go 10-6, they could sneak into the playoffs. And what I saw last night from Sam Darnold, very, very impressive. It's what he did in the pocket. Moving in the pocket, moving out of it, feet.
What he did in the pocket. How about him coming back from throwing a pick six on his first play?
Well, that was impressive. It reminded me of Kareem Hunt last year. Fumbled on the first play, and then the Chiefs went and romped the Patriots last year. Darnold, the throw to Robbie Anderson, right on the money. Anderson goes up and gets it. Sam Darnold really impressed me, and then the defense of the Jets. Tremaine Johnson did leave with an injury, but that was somebody that they signed during the offseason. So you got him and Claiborne as your corners, and the defense was on the prowl last night. I was impressed by the Jets. That's my team.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah.
Gary V in attendance. Fireman Ed in attendance.
Oh, yeah.
That game was brutal.
It was.
And I know that there are some people out there. And I don't think that Beth Mullins is above criticism, but I just want people to realize, stop it.
Sean,
Sean,
that was terrible.
But you got to give me that Brian Greasy stunk.
Okay, I'm not just saying it's her, but that whole game.
Oh, the whole game. Thank you.
Brutal.
Okay, good. As long as
I'm not just saying her. Okay. The whole. It was brutal.
I think a lot of people were saying that, and it irked
me. Who was the
bit.
guy they had on Monday Night Football last year? The Spanish guy. Do you remember him?
Come on.
Nobody beats that.
Yeah, well, that was she's on a different level. She calls great college football games on Saturday at noon. If you want to say that's her role, more of a noon game on a Saturday, I won't argue with that. Everyone has their own cup of tea. Everyone has their own choice. I think she does a phenomenal job. I thought Greasy sucked, and that game stunk even worse.
So it was not a good match.
I also want to say this. Be careful what you people really do say, because point to me the play-by-play announcer that you do like. And don't give me Al Michaels, because he's a god.
Chris Collinsworth.
I like Ian Eagle.
People that are coming here this week, we're going to Tampa.
Kenny Albert,
and both Barber brothers. Who else? Dick Stockton's.
I like Aikman. I like Aikman.
I love Aikman, but
I like Moose.
I like Ian Eagle, the guy from CBS. That's my guy. Him and Fouts are really good together.
Jeez. All right. Well, yeah.
I like those
And
guys.
what do they call? They call like the D game, don't they?
They're the 2 game. They're the number 2. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's respect. So
I like Ian Eagle.
Are we still loving Tony Romo after one game?
No.
Romo's the greatest. He's the greatest at calling games. It's the greatest ever.
You know what's so annoying about him?
Those games, plays. It's so great.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. Enough of the Romo love. He isn't that good, okay? And Jason Witten, I think, could be better than Tony Romo. How about that? How about that?
I liked him.
I did. I liked Joe Tessitore or whatever that
I'm not a big Joe Tessitore guy, but he was pretty okay.
Yeah, he's another one that sticks out to me as a college football guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, man, give these guys a little bit. Let them grow together. Take some chances. Yeah. I thought that the Monday Night Football show, the way they flipped they had Booger in the damn.
On the
high rise.
Thing, yeah.
Then they had the sideline announcers. Like, they kept it moving. I thought they did a phenomenal job with that. But all right, why did I get sidetracked on Beth Mullins? I don't know. Let's keep it moving. Tony, Jigsaw Cotillo, who impressed you?
Mine's going to be twofold. Coming into the season, I was real hyped up about the Giants. In the East, I said, we talked about this year, with Barkley, with Shepard, with Beckham, revamped offensive line. Let me tell you, that offensive line was terrible again.
Eric Flowers is so bad.
Which flips me to who impressed me is the Washington Redskins. And the reason why I say that is, Adrian Peterson looked revived. I mean, he really did. I mean, yes, and if Jordan Reed can stay healthy, and Alex Smith can be efficient, and Chris Thompson can be that gadget guy, I'll tell you what, they had a good line out there with Eric Williams still, right? Trent Williams, right?
Yeah, Trent Williams.
Right? Still out there mauling people. Yeah. I'll tell you what, they could win 10 games this year.
Okay.
So they impressed me. They
here's
really
what
did.
I will say, though. Like, I want to see it again because I think Arizona's a really, really bad team.
Yeah, I think Arizona's really bad.
True.
I have no idea why they're still.
But the Redskins, they do this every year. You think they're going 6-10, 7-9, then they sneak up on you when they win like 9-10 games.
Well,
that's what they do.
Let's see it. That's an ultimate one. Let's be honest about it here.
Okay.
I don't mean to really dig into this as we got 15 more games to go.
Yeah.
But if I asked you, Adrian Fedke, $100 on how many teams you think can win this Super Bowl this year, how many hundreds do you need? How many $100 bills do you need? How many teams are you taking?
Probably 5 or 6.
You're going to take 5 or 6? 5?
Yeah.
And the Redskins,
and they ain't one of them. They ain't one of them.
Hell no.
No.
Okay?
No.
You're going to put the Bengals on that ship? No, definitely not.
No.
All right, so let's the Bucs. We're going to get to the Bucs. Are you going to put the Bucs on that ship too?
I'm going to get into why they're overrated already.
Absolutely.
So
all right, we're going to come back
to that.
We'll get the Eagles conversation going. I just wanted to hit on some NFL points before we do that. Before we go to players, let's go ahead and talk about. Let's just circle some big things that happened. Aaron Rodgers. Let's talk about him for a second.
Oh my
the magic man.
And just him going out with that knee injury. I'm thinking, wow, that is just about as brutal as it gets. But I'm also thinking to myself, this sucks for an NFL fan. Like, this is not cool.
That's what I was thinking
I
immediately.
I was
thinking immediately, like, the one team that I'm scared of, if I'm an Eagles fan, is Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers and how quickly he gets rid of the ball. That's how you negate the pass rush. And I see him go down, I'm like, oh, here we go again. The Eagles are going to go through the NFC and not have to face him again.
Yeah.
But then he comes back and he does the unbelievable.
And I didn't want that. And
I didn't either.
And I'm happy he did come back and Chicago choked. I thought Chicago put it on for that first step. Obviously, they did.
Well, Matt Nagy and Andy Reid disciple. They choke. They lose leads. He knows all about it.
Also, Khalil Mack was clearly gassed in that second half. He was a big difference maker in that first half. I didn't hear his name in the second half. He was gassed. And let's not forget, if Fuller catches that interception, they're 1-0.
Oh, yeah. Right too, man.
They're 1-0.
Yeah.
That's
right
it. If he makes a play, somebody step up and make a play. It hits him right in his shoulder pads, in his chest, and he drops it. If he catches that ball, they're 1-0.
That was the most, I'm going to go on a limb here, but that was the most courageous quarterback effort I've seen.
Was it really?
Wait.
Was it really?
Since.
Here we go again. Double dip.
Donovan McNabb playing on a broken ankle.
Against Cardinals.
Well, at least Donovan broke something. I think Donovan's on a whole different level. The way Chris Collinsworth made that sound, I thought he was playing with a peg leg. Like he was out there like a pirate.
Dude, he couldn't put no weight on it.
Yes, he did.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
What are you watching?
I was watching the same
He couldn't
game
put any weight on his leg.
What did he float?
Is he playing Sunday?
I don't think he is.
Because I heard
I don't think he is.
If he's not playing, I'm with Tony.
I want to hear from the people. Did they is Tony overdoing Aaron Rodgers right now? Yes, I
think you're being disrespectful to the Magic Man.
We will watch that after the show.
And watch how gingerly
I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to
lie. It was very, very impressive.
I'm not saying it wasn't impressive.
But I understand where you're coming from, too.
Wow.
I understand where you're coming from, too,
though. Did my man lose a limb?
Here you go, though. Here's the interesting part. So, on Monday, one of the shows I was on, they mentioned, and they brought something up. They said, what was weird was, usually when a guy gets a leg injury, he's sitting on the back of the car. He was sitting in he was riding shotgun.
Yeah. Look,
that was a little strange.
He took a shot. He took a shot to the knee.
You cannot. Dude, we can watch
that game all night. He wasn't even feeling that leg, bro.
He could.
He was so gassed up.
Why are you hating on Discount Double Check?
Hating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm hating on?
What?
I'm hating on Chris Collinsworth.
Why?
Oh, he's playing on one leg out there. This is heroic.
I like Chris.
I don't mind him either. I mean, think he gets a bad rap, but he was way over the top. We'll watch it together.
We will.
Aaron Rodgers, when he did the interview, he walked off fine. He walked off the field fine. He walked out of the huddle fine.
Did you watch him walk off the field?
Yes. I did, a matter of fact.
When?
After the game,
I watched the game. They didn't show that footage.
Oh, yes, they did.
You got a special pack or something?
They showed the interview. They showed it straight through.
It must be a Fox thing.
We'll watch it together.
Must be a Fox thing. I don't know.
You guys are nuts.
Way over the top.
Who needs the yes here? They get fired up. Let's go.
Rodgers.
Yeah. Stop. Yeah, he could barely put anything on that one leg.
Exactly. All right, we're acting up. For the podcast people that just listen, I just got up and tried to throw a football with one leg. Let's keep it moving on some big names. My survivor pool, who people out there told me, oh, Sean, I put it out there. I'm out of breath. That's how bad I'm out of shape these days.
Yeah, he was just bouncing around like a bad house of pain. A bad house of pain moment.
All right, so when I went to Survivor Pool, and shout out the Survivor Pool I'm in. I won't rename.
Who'd you take?
That's all right. I went with the Patriots week 1.
Wow.
The Patriots. And so many people were like, no, that's such a bad pick, Brace. You can't do that. Deshaun Watson, you don't know what the Patriots are going to get. Remember, they lost week 1. You need to go with the Saints. That's what everybody said to me.
Because of the Bucs.
Everybody said go with the Saints.
Well, I went with Baltimore, so I did pretty handed.
I went with Carolina.
Baltimore was the play. Yeah. Carolina held down.
Yes,
I sweated, though, that last quarter. You know what I mean?
The only thing that I will nitpick you for picking New England, I'd keep New England for later. That's the only thing I'll nitpick. But you got it right. You got it right. Survive and advance.
Jimmy V. Survive and advance.
Jimmy V. And you're already further along than the people who picked the Saints.
Well, yeah. The one Survivor pool that I saw was Glenn Macnow's in WIP. They had 12,000. They cut it down to 600.
Did they really?
Or excuse me, 6,000, not 600.
So half, 50% gone.
All because they took the Saints.
Ouch.
Yep. How about that? How about that? You need to go the other way.
How
All right,
about
so,
that?
But just talk about Tom Brady. Would it be shocking if they made it to the AFC Championship game right now? If I told you, would you be shocked? No.
Oh, I haven't gone to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So
They're really?
They're going to be back
Patriots,
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think the AFC is that bad that they still get there.
Eagles, Patriots in the Super Bowl again next
That's
year.
what I have.
Run it back.
Wow.
Run it back.
Who do you have in the AFC then?
I haven't thought about it, to be honest with you, but I wasn't going Patriots. I got a little soft spot for the Chiefs.
Okay, like the Chiefs.
Which I have written down right here. Let's transition over to the Chiefs because one hell of a performance against the Chargers. They go out there. Obviously, Phillip Rivers is gassed up. He's got some weapons. Keenan Allen, he's going to sling it all over again this year. But they were just constantly fighting back. I mean, the Chiefs returned punts. The Chiefs just made big plays. Pat Mahomes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Looking like Vic to Deshaun for Andy again.
And
Mahomes
Vic.
to Tyreek Hill.
That dude was looking like Nolan Ryan. I ain't never seen a ball get out so fast and be thrown so fast.
Four
obviously,
touchdowns,
that was unreal.
No interceptions, 200 and plus yards. Or no, I don't know.
He made a couple rookie plays.
Absolutely.
He got lucky.
His percentage was down. Completion percentage.
And I'll say this too: I'm disappointed in the Chargers because this was a team that was getting a lot of hype.
One game.
I know it's only one game, but a lot of hype during the offseason. A team that people were saying could sneakily get to the Super Bowl, and we see that in Week 1. And it was the same thing as last year. They started off slow. They started off like 0-4, 0-5. They got hot at the end, but they couldn't get hot enough, so they fell short. And we see this again, Week 1. I mean, is this going to be another tease for LA? We'll see.
It's funny you just brought that up. Let's transition over to LA with Jared Goff, who looks pretty darn good. As I'm trying to pull it, there you go. And Goff hooked up with Cooper Kupp on a play. And let me run that.
Brandon Cooks was their leading receiver last night. So what happened? They outscored Oakland 23-0 in the second half. They were using the play action a lot and with Cooks. So Cooks is a guy that's going to go deep, and not only is he going to catch passes deep, he's also going to draw pass interference.
Is he going to be their number one option?
He is their number one guy. He was their leading receiver last night.
What is Cooper Kupp? Is he like their third option?
He's like their second and third guy. Woods and Cooper Kupp.
Woods
they're
is
like
sneaky good.
He is sneaky
People
good.
don't realize,
he's
man.
very good.
Oh, he is.
He's been good for 2-3 years
he has.
now.
He's just been hitting.
But let's
out there in Buffalo.
And the beautiful thing is, the one thing that the Rams have that the Eagles don't, I do love, and we're going to get back to the Eagles in just a second. We're going to start the Eagles conversation. And I do love our running backs, but Todd Gurley is on
he's a beast. Yeah.
Beast mode.
And the thing that they were doing defensively. So Oakland was really getting Jared Cook involved. They were staying away from the cornerbacks. They were staying away from Talib and Peters. So Jared Cook was getting all the targets. And he had like 8 receptions or something by halftime. And then they put Talib on him in the second half. And then all of a sudden we got to see the dink and dunk Derek Carr to Jalen Richard, and it was game over in the second half.
Yeah, it was terrible. I felt like I was watching Brad Johnson all over.
So the Rams, damn good. The NFC is stacked. And
the NFC is very
NFC
stacked.
has a chance to get even better. You ready for this? There's a name out there at wide receiver that we've talked about many times.
Okay.
And you know who that is. That's a free agent that's going to sign with somebody and pretty soon, right?
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Dez.
Sign me up.
That's Dez Bryant. Yes.
Sign Dez.
Dez will be signed soon. Now, where will he end up? That's a good question. But one place that should take a look at him, the Atlanta Falcons.
Why? I disagree with that.
The Atlanta Falcons.
I completely disagree with that.
Really?
Yes.
Dez Bryant on the opposite side of Julio Jones makes life so much easier.
They do have Sanu and Ridley.
Thank you.
So your point is they have weapons.
They have more.
Weapons.
You're telling me that
They
you
have
can never
weapons.
have enough? Like you can have enough weapons.
They have well. Their problem is their offensive coordinator. So you can have all the weapons in the world, but if you don't know how to utilize the chess pieces, that's a problem. So work between the 20s. You're going to get all the yards in the world, but you can't put it in the end zone.
I just don't get it, man. I mean, the Eagles are picking out like banana peels out of like the diner trash. Corey Coleman workout, Rashard Perryman, right? Go get Dez Bryant. You got a guy. He's out there. Bring him in, please. Stop with the cancer. Stop with he's a bad team. Stop with all that. Do you want to win a Super Bowl again? You go out. You get the best piece for your money. Go get him.
Yeah,
Howie, make the phone call. Howie, make the phone call.
Well, in your defense, the thing that you can do is you sign him, and if he acts up, you cut him. It's very, very simple.
Exactly. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
We're not talking. This isn't a chess game here. I mean, they have issues at the wide receiver spot right now. It is what it is. All these Shelton Gibson fans, they must not like him that much. Okay, because they're out there working out receivers, right? Yeah. And don't give me Braxton Miller. There's a reason why these guys were cut. Stop. Yeah. Bring in the best guy. If you're the team that you want to go and you want to repeat as Super Bowl champions, you have to bring in the best guy, and that's Dez Bryant.
Yeah. Well, I will say that what was the kid's name that got cut from the Browns that got
Corey
traded?
Coleman.
Well, he's signed to the Patriots.
Yeah, exactly.
Now.
So you're looking at him, and that's a guy that walked in and didn't do anything, didn't deserve anything. Yeah. It was like me, trade me, bend me. So it's like if you're going to take a look at somebody like that, Dez is kind of like right there. And here we are now, where when we had that conversation, the hypothetical was tossed, so I will not say that it was not, but it's hitting me a different type of way now. The hypothetical at that point in time I pitched was that those two were going to be fine, not Alshon. Mac was going to be fine. Alshon was still going to be dinged up, maybe week 3, week 4 in my mind. That doesn't seem to be the case.
Nope.
Alshon, or Mac, we now know that's not the case.
Yeah.
So now it's hitting me a different type of way. Now you got to really look at the things that Howie looks at, and that's money. And is Dez asking for too much?
That's got to be what it is.
Yeah, it has to be.
Obviously,
he knows he's no fool.
And they want the rollover money. They want to try and maybe sign Darby or maybe sign Graham, whatever the hell they want to do. And even if you look into the receivers that they're kind of bringing, I know Braxton Miller was added to the practice squad, but Corey Coleman, Brashad Perriman, these are go route guys. These are guys that are just going to fly down the field. So it looks like that's it.
Mike Wallace. What does that say about Mike Wallace?
It says Mike Wallace, Shelton Gibson. They're not really getting
exactly.
It done. So they're looking for more guys. And I think for the Eagles, they're just trying to hit one or two of these deep balls a game. That's basically what they're looking for.
You think about that lineup, right? It's just even when Alshon comes back and healthy, if you sign Dez, right? What do you got? You got Alshon, you got Dez, you got Aguilar in the slot, and then even if Wallace is half washed up, if he gives you 1 or 2 good routes a game as a forward, I mean, you can't beat, and you still got Ertz and Goddard. I mean,
there's a lot of versatility in terms of how they can attack the levels, how they can attack. Horizontally and vertically.
I money or not, I still don't understand why. I mean, if they sign him to a 1-year deal, no matter how much money he wants, it's not going to affect them because that money's going to come right off the books at the end of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't understand what the holdup is.
Either Dez wants too much money and they just don't. I don't know off the top of my head how much cap space.
Sean, do me a favor and watch this, okay? We're going to show you some highlights.
That's fine. We'll keep it on in the back of our eyes.
Okay.
Because that doesn't work. Doesn't work for the listening audience, Tom. When you're
listening
to the podcast.
Well, the problem is you're talking about this guy. He's bouncing around.
But this is the full game. We're not We're
going to sit here for 3 hours and watch the whole game.
I'll be home by then. Halftime. Sean will be texting me later.
I told you, Aaron Rodgers milking it. And he came out and he was high on painkillers. What? All right, never mind. Moving on.
Oh yeah, he was high as hell.
Let's we hit the Jets, we hit the Rodgers, we hit Brady with the survivor pools.
Let's talk about the Cowboys and how much they stink.
Yeah, real quick on that. That was a pitiful performance.
Where's all the Dak people at?
So here was something I was saying all offseason. When they got rid of Dez Bryant, they got rid of their weapon, obviously. But they also got rid of somebody that could stretch the defense a little bit. So they signed all of these receivers during the offseason less than 10 yards. Flip screens, quick slants, quick outs. That's what we saw on Sunday, right? Well, Dak Prescott, this was a problem and for him and for Zeke Elliott. Because if you got guys that are running 10 yards, you're going to see a lot of 8-man boxes.
Okay.
And if you can't get out of this 8-man box, Zeke Elliott's going to get bottled up all season long.
Wow, what were they thinking with their receivers?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Who's their number one
Allen
down
Hurns?
Who is their number one?
Is it Hurns? It was supposed to be Allen Hurns.
Are they going to be calling up Jason Witten to come out of retirement? We need them. They stink.
They're awful. And the other thing about Dak is if you pressure him, he folds. He's a guy that doesn't set his feet in the pocket. So obviously Dallas, the last couple years, they've been an offensive line that hasn't had to deal with a lot of injuries. Sure. And we know how great their O-line is. Yeah. Last year, once Tyron Smith went out, that's when we saw a decrease in Dak Prescott's play. And then this year, we obviously know about the Travis Frederick situation. Mm-hmm. So you had pressure coming from up the middle, and when he had to work the pocket and set his feet, he was throwing low, he was throwing behind. It was a bad Dak Prescott, easy for me to say. It was a bad day for Dak, bad day for Zeke, bad day for the entire Dallas offense. And the clapper is still clapping.
He does love to clap.
He loves to clap. Yeah. They missed a field goal. He was clapping.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, so that was the Cowboys take. Now let's get down to the meat and potatoes, if we could. Let's talk a little birds. Let's talk a little turkey. First off, I want to say this, if I can. That Falcons game was incredible from start to finish. It was ugly, but it was incredible. It was for them to pull out that victory with Nick Foles and just it's the first game of the season.
Incredible perseverance.
Just all that. And then I also want to say that everything involved, that was mainly on my mind, is that it was incredible from the start to the finish. The pre-games, the tailgates, all the way to the post-game show, including the banner drops. Brian Dawkins, Jeffrey Lurie, tremendous. Shout out to our good friends 4th of John for stealing the scene down there.
They absolutely killed it.
Oh my goodness, they put on a damn parade, which was just nuts. I went down there and it was good.
Jason Kelsey was there
giving reenactment.
Deep, yeah. They were. They were more than that. Probably like 100, 120 people just circled around them deep. Everyone with their phones out, and you just think about that. Like that's something. And I go. This tells you everything you need to know. Then I go to a local establishment after the game, and I was talking to somebody, and I mentioned their name, and the dude knew who the hell I was talking about, which was great.
They all know.
He's like, I saw that 4th of July.
They know.
Like, they know.
About, Congratulations to them too on that TV deal.
Yeah, man, they're doing big things.
With
NBC Sports.
Yep. So with them,
their foot is in the door. Watch where they go from here.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're all in agreement. We're big fans. So
absolutely.
That's family, a matter of fact.
Yep.
It's family.
Yep.
So watch what you say. Anyways, but just to the game. Look, I know you scoffed at it, Tone, so I'll start with you. You're like, amazing. Whatever word I used. Okay, it was an ugly game.
I think he meant when you said incredible he was thinking you thought it was an incredible game.
Yeah,
but you were saying incredible because of the perseverance.
It was a terrible game.
It was an awful football game.
It
was not well played.
It
was not well played at all.
No, it was not well played at all. But it was not as bad as the Detroit game.
But you know what? This is what we see the first month of the season. This is what the NFL is now.
No, this is what you see when Nick Foles is Nick Foles.
Well, that too.
Okay? This is what you see when Nick Foles is the... Remember that wave, boys? He wasn't riding that wave now.
And nobody was getting open.
No.
Zach Ertz was dropping the ball.
It was brutal.
Let's be honest, as we're watching Philly, that was the turning point of the game.
100%.
That's when it changed, and that is 7:32 to go in the third.
100%.
Eagles down 3.
Nice throw, too.
And that's Doug Peterson.
Who's got a better arm?
Aguilar, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Aguilar had a hell of a nice throw.
It was a good throw. Aguilar's one hell of an athlete.
And that's Doug Peterson again, man. Just knowing the right play at the right time.
Yeah, it's just crazy that they ran it.
Who would have ever thought? Doug is the master play caller.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? What?
He really is.
Doggy P.
For him to dial that back up, and I know it's not the Philly special for all you people out there. I'm doing a lot of this in today's show. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on there, bro.
What's going on there?
It was a Tom Brady troll job. That's what it was.
It really was.
Patriots
so that's
troll
why
job.
you need to give that credit where credit is due. But if somebody was to say, like, they ran the Philly special again, like, don't get bent out of shape and start telling me why it was.
Oh, my God. Those people were hilarious.
I'm like, dude, relax. Go hug your girl.
They just want to sound smart.
I know. And it's like, no, it wasn't a direct snap to the running back. What else do you want to start with? Shut up! Shut up!
Why do you get close-ups? It goes close-up every time you do this.
I did that.
That looks right.
We're stupid today. I love it. Football is back, baby.
I'm sorry.
Get hyped,
I put my phone off and all I see is his mug right on the street.
And that's coming across great for the podcast people. We appreciate you tuning in. A lot of people are listening these days. We greatly appreciate that. Make sure you check out the Fan, Real 106.1. That's right, Philly's real number one for throwbacks. Every Saturday night you can hear me. Hopefully that changes soon more and more. But bottom line is we're having some fun over there and we're building something special. That's cool. All right, keeping it moving. Let's continue that conversation about the Eagles.
Move.
And I don't think we're going to see Carson Wentz. And that's fine with me until he's 100%. The doctors will let us know. But we need to see more from, in my opinion, I think the Eagles would be better off if they focused on one running back. If they said, you know what, let's challenge this guy today. Let's give the ball to Jay Ajayi. Let's work him. Or pick Corey. I'm a guy that likes to get the motor going. I don't like mixing it up. Sproles. I love Sproles. I don't know. Am I wrong on that? Are you liking what you're seeing so far?
I kind of like the running back by committee, but I like your idea if you have like that bulldozer belt out.
JJ enough?
I don't know how many
I
don't know how many carries he can handle a game because of the knee.
What do you have,
That's
12?
something we don't know. He had 15.
He had 15
He
carries?
had 15 carries.
Okay, all right.
So they didn't
That's a good
really
number.
utilize him in the first half. They utilized him in the second. I don't know right now whether he can handle that because we don't know.
Sure.
But the reason why I like the back by committee for Philly's sake is because everyone can do a little bit of different things. So Clement is the guy, you want the outside zone stuff, bounce stuff to the outside, he can do that. Jay Ajayi can run the outside zone stuff too. He can barrel between the tackles. You have Sproles as your pass catcher. And this is something that might be important Sunday against Tampa Bay because Alvin Kamara had like 9 receptions for $1 something on him. And you can use Sproles out of the backfield. So that's something you can do because you don't have receivers, wideouts right now that are really threatening you. So guys like Sproles, it's going to be important.
But why was Sproles starting the game?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I thought that
guess,
was one of the weirdest things I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like
Was that planned?
Yeah. Was it planned to have
Jay
Ajayi not get a lot of carries and then just get him in the second half?
But you can't say, hey, we're going to rest Jay Ajayi, we're going to nurse him, and then you give him 15 carries in the second half.
Yeah,
so you can't do both here. So
I think it was something along
weird.
the lines of get Sproles. Because Sproles is, how old is he?
32, 33?
He's got to be older than I think he's like 30.
See, I disagree, man.
I would say, look, they wanted to get him out there, get the speed going, that sort of change of pace, and see what he's got.
They were trying to run him out wide.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where they were doing.
What's the comment coming on social media, Tone? What do you got? What do you got? What do you
The Philly Sports Nut.
What's up, Philly Sports Nut?
The initial game plan was to try and win without Ajayi. He's hurt and has a degenerative knee condition, which is why he was traded. No, this wasn't the injury they were
He's hurt,
nursing.
he's not playing. I mean,
right.
That's all there is.
This had nothing to do with his knee, this game at all. But you are right. That's why he was traded, why he won't get a big contract. But at the end of the day, you can't say that and tell me, but it's okay to run him 15 times in the second half.
It's not the case.
No, absolutely not.
Here's the thing, though. This is his last year. The Eagles are not responsible for him after this season.
We got 15 more to go plus offseason. Postseason.
So why not run him into the ground? I don't agree with that.
They will. And my whole thing was I didn't know if you guys like the whole running back by committee. I just think that there's some good runners back there, and I think if you just get them going. Now 15 is a number that I messed up. I thought it was a little bit less.
You had less than that.
15 is a perfect number for Jay. And I wouldn't mind if they said, okay, Corey's up.
Yeah.
Corey, let's work you 15 times. Let's get you going 15 runs here.
Yeah.
Sproles was not going to get that many, that's for sure. But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the rotation was good.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving on the Eagles defensively. Drives by the Falcons. Drives by the Falcons that got down to the 25, the 15, and the 5-yard line and did not score a freaking point. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
I mean, that's
this is Atlanta. This is what they do.
Well, you got to give credit to the Eagles' defense as well. Even though the ref is giving them an extra play, which was just unbelievable on that penalty. But the defense steps up.
The defensive line.
Everybody wanted to trade Ronald Darby. Thank God we didn't. Right?
And I'll agree. I was that guy.
Well, it's not
you're allowed that 10%.
No, yeah, but I'll tell you what. I mean, he's now the guy that we keep.
Absolutely.
He's that. Every team has that one high-paid stud corner. He's that guy. He played exceptional. I don't care what the stat line says. What he did one-on-one against Julio was remarkable. It really was.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I thought the defensive line really controlled the game.
Cox.
Now, Fletcher Cox. Dude.
I can't get enough.
Sean, you want to do what did you do?
Dude, penetration.
Now, I want to say this.
Fletcher Cox,
I want to say this. I can't get enough of that rotation, that defensive rotation.
Yeah.
All those guys. Was there one player on that Eagles team, there was for me, that I looked, and I'll say it on the defensive side of the ball, and I said, damn, he took a step up this year in just one game. Do you know who I was saying?
Grugier Hill?
Kamu Grugier?
No.
Last
Last year's rookie, first round. Barnett.
Oh.
Dude, all over the place. And he was, at some points was last year as well. Mm-hmm. But the times he gets on the field, he makes the most of it. I love the rotation. I love having Chris Long out there. Just a heady player when he comes onto the field. Just go down the list of all those guys that are rotating in there. But I love Barnett and what he showed in that first game.
I'm with you.
Christopher Check says Julio Jones is the best wide receiver from 20 to 20. Then he turns into Freddie Mitchell. Filet Jan reference. I love it.
But is it
Hell
Jones?
No.
That's on
Julio
Sark,
Jones.
That's on Sark.
So wait.
That's on Sark.
Before I forget,
he called the same play on fourth down as last year, except the opposite side.
Did anybody catch? And maybe this is just Jigsaw being Jigsaw. Okay, but. They were making whispers of Michael Bennett being pissed off that he wasn't starting. So did anybody hear that?
Well, we already knew coming into the season he wasn't starting.
I understand that, but all of a sudden it started. They mentioned it twice.
I wasn't able to listen to the game.
Yeah, so they mentioned it twice, and every time they mentioned, they showed him, and he was kind of like in the back, very pissed off. So. Just something to watch, just something to keep your eye on, because he was a good soldier throughout the entire training camp and helping the young guys. So I kind of feel he thought he was starting until he got into that game. So,
we're going to see, at the end of the year, we're going to see the snap counts, we're going to see the percentages, and they're all going to be about the same.
I agree.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just
and winning cures all, because if they turn into the Seahawks of old, and that's when the problems started happening because they weren't winning and they had all those egos and personalities in that room.
Yep.
The Eagles are winning. It's still a great locker room, still a great group of guys, and that defense is ferocious. I love the defense, and that's what I came away with impressed the most. I really did like.
And I actually. In a way, I came more impressed with the Eagles after watching all the teams over the weekend.
Absolutely.
And how they won.
Always. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. And as you boys pointed out to start the show, or to start this segment, it wasn't pretty. Rodney McLeod had
But this is what we're going to get first month of the season. A lot of football like this, a lot of penalties.
Let's get our number ones in there. Let's get Carson Wentz in there. Let's get Alshon in there. Let's get Mack in there.
Let's get Dez in there.
Stupid.
Yeah, so long time list David McLean says, can we talk about how our punter scout is easily the best in the business? Dude, our punter was on.
He was. He makes me nervous, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not like the
the beat writers were saying he had a bad camp.
You know what?
That's what they said.
I heard that as well.
What they said.
And I wasn't all that impressed from him from the jump in the preseason, and I really didn't read too much into it. I know he had that one banger.
They called back.
Yeah, got called. Yeah,
like 70-something yard
punt.
But
that dude makes me nervous. So here we go. We're off and running. First game. Let's see what happens. It's about doing longevity, as he would know.
Yeah.
But just get in there and make the most of it, and don't shank any. That's for damn sure. The thing about I love Donnie Jones. He was able to put it out of bounds. I need some directional punts. That's what I need. I don't need the power. Now this boy's got power.
Corner.
He's got power.
Yeah, he does. He's got a boot.
And even if it's not coffin corner, bro, no matter where you're punting it, find the sideline.
Yeah.
All the boys, the great ones, did it. Fiegels was the best at it. And I love Jeff Fiegels, all right? Sean Lindena, same thing. Find the sideline.
Well, the thing the punters are doing now, they do that helicopter thing where they put the ball like this, like on the side. Where's the football? I don't know. But it goes backwards, and that's what a lot of these punters are doing now. Cool. Johnny Hecker, the guy from the Rams.
Too much fucking talk.
That is too much.
We're breaking down fucking. Hey, No disrespect to kickers. I do shit with David Akers.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Dave.
I do shit with David Akers.
You're right.
And the people love David Akers, damn it.
Yes, they do.
The people line up for David Akers, damn it.
For punters?
Yes, they do.
No, for kickers. Hey, you show respect to David Akers. 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro.
I say nothing about. I didn't say
Eagles
nothing
Hall
about
of Famer,
David
damn
Akers.
it.
Yeah.
No, we're messing, but it's for the brand. It's for the brand.
For the brand.
There you go.
All right. Let's keep the conversation moving on the Eagles. I got some other dumb videos. We spoke about the Philly, the defense. Yeah, all right, screw it. Let's move up to the
Wanna
Bucs.
talk Tampa Bay?
Yeah, let's talk to Bucs.
All right.
Let's go to the Bucs. As they were pretty impressive, man. And I don't care how you want to break it down, whether it was walk by Fitzpatrick stepping out there with a hot hand, the defense. But I think bottom line is they do have weapons. Will Deshaun Jackson play this week? I don't know, because as you're about to see in this end of this video I'm showing you, my man head got smacked to the ground.
Caution protocol.
Yeah, he did not look good. So will he play this weekend? I don't know. But Mike Evans, a beast. Offensive line, damn good. Fitzpatrick had all day. I like the coaching. This is a decent back. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he should be starting over James Winston. I won't tell you that. But what I will tell you is if you need a backup to win you a football game, he can do it and show you this.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is Nick. It's basically the same thing. You got two guys that get hot and cold. But if you have a good line, you can protect them, they can be successful. Now, here's the problem with Tampa Bay going up against Philly. So Donovan Smith and DeMar Dotson, they're going to have to go up against the defensive ends of Philadelphia, the rotation guys of Bennett, Long, Barnett, Brandon Graham, and company. So I think that's a mismatch there. You watch Sunday's game. I watched the first half. I haven't watched the whole game yet. But he had all day to throw, literally. Just standing back there. And New Orleans, that's a team that does not have a pass rush. This is a team that spent 2 first-round picks to go up and trade for Marcus Davenport in the draft. So they were going up against a defense, a Saints defense that supposedly took a step up last year, but they looked like the defense I remember from 2 years ago. So I think what we saw was just more of the Saints being bad than the Bucs being good.
Agreed. I agree.
I just want to know, how many God's name does he play with that dude? Like, if you had a chin strap, I'm thinking, you throw that chin strap on, and you got like 5 inches of hair coming down, right?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
It's impressive.
He's just got whiskers just hanging.
I mean, don't you probably sweat? It's all dripping half the game. Like, isn't that annoying as hell?
I've never thought of it that way.
You know what I mean? I'm just throwing it out there. Jigsaw, he comes up with the little thing.
Now we're breaking down.
I mean, I'm for the
now
little
we're breaking
people.
down sports beards,
Yeah.
kickers, and sports
Punt
beards.
talk, sports beards.
We've got it
on a
all
roll.
covered,
He
baby.
looks like what was the Steelers defender Brett
Brett Kiesel.
Brett Kiesel.
Yeah,
There you
that's a
go.
good call.
That's
Yeah.
what he looked like. And,
So-
but my man slung it. He
Yeah.
had like 430. I forget how many touchdowns, no interceptions.
Oh, Mike Evans made mincemeat of Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, they all did.
Yeah.
Even Deshaun Jackson. 5 catches, 146, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
You can't
they
allow that.
they had a miscommunication in the secondary. Just let him go deep free. Just awful.
Deshaun's only got one route in him.
Yeah, the go route.
Deep
Yeah.
or it's side or it's cross the field deep. That's
Yeah,
it,
the deep
you know?
cross.
It's whatever it is. you know?
And Tampa Bay, we'll see about the wide receiver position here for the Eagles this Sunday, because they trotted out a guy as a starter last week, Carlton Davis, a 2nd-round pick out of Auburn.
Carlton Davis.
Exactly, and Ted Ginn was just making mincemeat of this guy. So we got Mike Wallace. We got guys that aren't the best in the world, but those cornerbacks aren't exactly scary either for Tampa Bay. Vernon Hargraves is their slot guy, so we have him going up against Aguilar. Brent Grimes is like 34, 35, so he's getting up there in age. It's not a good defense. You can run on him, you can throw on him, and if you get after Fitzpatrick, get some turnovers, the Eagles should win this game by double digits.
Woo! Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I agree.
I don't agree with that at all. Really?
I'm not buying this whatever Tampa Bay just did.
Damn.
Not buying it.
Well, it's a road game. It's their
It
first
was an impressive
road
win.
test.
It was an impressive win.
Are you really all that set? Are you really that? Are you really ready to bet that the Eagles could win by double digits? Like that
I think
offense
so.
is good enough to score points like that?
Well, you look at what they did with the running game. So you can go with Ertz and then you run the football.
Is he going to catch the football this weekend?
Who's that?
Ertz.
Oh, he better.
He had some drops.
He
My man
better.
had some drops.
Yes,
on
he
him.
did. Yeah, he had some
A
big
case of
time
the
problems
drops.
on Thursday.
That's not him.
No, it's
So
not. It
let's-
was not his game.
I honestly do believe that game was tough for those guys. I mean, it just from everything. It was just different. It was different because of the celebration factor. Even the fans didn't know what to do. Like, you were like talking Super Bowl, everybody's all, trust me, they were all fired up. Don't get me wrong, but it was like, yeah, we got a game that's starting soon, and Philadelphia keeps it real. We keep it real. And, nobody really wanted to talk about the Super Bowl once the game started. But, oh, by the way, you had to deal with that delay.
Yeah.
And it just was odd. Things weren't really clicking. And the Falcons come out right from the jump, drive right down the field, didn't get any points, which was stupid. That was such a dumb play by them. Dumb call.
Oh, yeah. You don't run wide against the Eagles.
Well,
but
you get your field goal.
But that's what Sarkisian does.
It's such a loud statement. But that's on Dan Quinn.
For going for it.
Yeah, that's on him for going for it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're on the road. The place is packed.
Yeah,
everybody was in their seat.
Yeah. You could have shut everybody up.
They were trying
to silence everybody.
You weren't silencing nobody.
You could have if you scored 7.
Dude,
yes,
I was in the freaking the stands when Minnesota scored 7 in the NFC Championship game. It didn't matter.
And then Nick Foles.
You know what you do. You always do this. What? If you're the road team, you must get the ball in the second half. Now, I think the Eagles wanted to toss.
Yeah,
they deferred, so you can't do anything about that. But if you're the road team, because everybody's in the bathroom line, everyone's getting their like other food. Yep. Always receiving the second half. That first quarter, dude. Everybody fired up now. Everybody fired up. It's Herm Edwards. Everybody fucking fired up. Let's go. Everybody was excited, man. But bottom line is, defense stepped up. Team looked damn good at the end when it needed to against the Falcons. The Bucs. I think
my bold predictions, they're going to score 30. I think they score 30 on that defense.
I have 28.
You know what? Yeah. And would it shock me if Foles came out and slung it for 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 305?
This is not Atlanta's defense. Atlanta's got a really sneaky good defense. I don't think people realize this. So Desmond Trufant and Robert Alford, they just took away the wideouts. And obviously we know that they're struggling with the injury. But now you're going to see a step down in competition for these wideouts. You're not going to see them get shut out. They'll get a couple receptions. Maybe somebody gets a deep ball, and that's basically all you're looking for. But with this Eagles offense, it's more than just the guys outside. You can go to Ertz if you want to. You can go to Aguilar if you want to. You can put Sproles in the slot. You can work the running game with Ajayi.
You can even throw the ball to Nick Foles.
You could throw. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So maybe Tampa Bay special on Sunday. We'll see.
Tampa Bay special.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
TV special.
As we are winding down here on the Eagles talk, I just want to give a quick shout out to Meek Mill and Drake for squashing their beef. Shout out to those guys. Getting it done in Boston. I have no idea why they did it in Boston when Drake is going to be playing in Philly this weekend, 2 nights. Why not just do it here? I didn't get that, but whatever. Meek, he's best friends with Bob Kraft. He was in the Patriots locker room after their victory over the Texans. Yeah, he's boys with Bob Kraft.
BK.
Talking about freaking, you know what that is? Those guys are?
What's that?
Those damn dudes are difference makers, those billionaires. That's what they are.
Yes, they are.
So shout out Meek Mill doing big things and him squashing his beef with Drake. I like that. That was cool. All right, keeping it moving on the Eagles. Not scared about the Tampa Bay Bucs. The Eagles are a 3-point favorite on the road. I know that my friend John Barchard, who does great stuff, thought that the Bucs would be favored by 3.5. I didn't feel that. Huh. I thought that they would be favored by like a point. Maybe 2 points to start, then come down a point, pick them at the game, whatever. But the opening line, other way, Eagles favored big, which tells me.
Line always tells you something.
Yeah, I'm not Mikey Miss. But go
What's
right
the
ahead.
line tell you?
Yeah, because there's.
Tells you the Eagles are going to win.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I know that that's what a lot of people are saying. That's for sure. Just on the Philly, we spoke about that. Just incredible stuff by Doug, and I think that that plays to the bigger thing I wanted to say, just about how in tune this team is really coming across to me. Even though it's early in the season, even though they're dealing with these missing parts, I still am getting that same feeling that I was getting last year. That this is a damn good team. Team, not just one solid piece, but this is a team that believes that they can do special things. So as I sat there, and Adrian, I'm going to toss it to you because I think you already said it. As I sat there and watched Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday, doubleheader, Monday night, obviously. As I watched all those games, the only thing that jumped out at me was, damn, the Eagles can run this again this year.
Absolutely. And I made a video the other day on my YouTube channel that actually got a lot of play. And I talked about how the Eagles' will to win is unmatched right now. They just find ways to get it done. Whenever they need a play, you got Doug Peterson making the play call. Whenever they need a third down stop to get off the field and change the momentum of the game, they do that. Whenever they need a big sack, they do that.
Do it.
Anytime you have a drive, you need to go ahead. Go ahead, touchdown drive. You're down by 4. You're not scoring on this defense.
Do it.
This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. So, hey, I'm fired up about this team, and not one time did I think that they were going to lose on that game. I didn't feel it, and I'm not feeling it anymore. It's not like Andy's team, man.
But it would be great to see
It'd be great. I love it.
Andy.
I love it.
That would be nice.
Bring it on.
And they'd probably get up 31-0. We'd come back.
All right, so let's end
does.
on this as we're coming up on 50 minutes. Shout out to everybody that's watching us. We do it every Tuesday night here. It's called PI Live on PhillyHamster.com. Once again, Adrian Fedke, Tony Cotillo, and myself, Sean Brace. We greatly appreciate you checking in. If you're joining us late, press and play. Yo, rate us, subscribe to us, whatever that is on iTunes. Please do what you're supposed to do. You know that.
Yeah, hit the 5-star.
Yeah, hit the 5.
Hit the 5-star.
That's what the kids say.
You know what I'm saying?
Hit the 5.
Hit the 5-star.
All right. So I want to end on this one, and I had a good name. Oh, so how about anything with the new coaches losing 0-7? If we're going to include John Gruden, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough.
I didn't look at that.
To kind of talk about Gruden a little bit. So he's playing football like it's the late 90s, and it's not working out for him. He's got to get a little bit more diversity in that passing game.
Yeah. I want to end on the hot take if we can. So what I need from you guys is get your magic 8-ball out, get your prediction meters going. Start shaking it up. I need to know who's going to do what this weekend. Give me a hot take on a player or a team. Who's going to step up? I don't care if it's Eagles related or not, but better to go in the NFL. But hot take this weekend. We'll end on this one if we can. Adrian, you want to go first?
Yeah, so it has to be a player.
It could be a player or a team.
Player or team? Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of already said it. Is it really a hot take, though? They're going to score 30 on Tampa Bay.
Oh, you said the Eagles are there.
I think they're going to do that, and I don't even know if the Bucs are going to get to 20, to be honest. I don't see this being as close as maybe you think, Sean.
Okay, a hot take from the Eagles game. Adrian says it's already going to be a blowout.
I think Fitzpatrick is going to struggle.
Okay. Well, he disagrees, that's for sure. As we're watching him.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not.
Give it to me. Come on.
But we didn't really talk, obviously, because we're talking everything else. We didn't touch on the Le'Veon Bell situation.
You know what? I don't like the name hot take, so let's rename it. Let's rename it Skipping for Attention.
Yeah, there you go.
Skipping for attention. Yes. I like that.
For Skip Bayless.
For Skip Bayless.
We're skipping for attention here. That's what it is, because he does it better than anybody. That's
troll. So here you go. So, Pittsburgh, Cleveland game, obviously they tie. Cleveland had every opportunity to win the game. Yeah. Pittsburgh gave them every opportunity to win the game. Yeah. I still don't understand certain things in that game. Why you kick a field goal with 13 seconds left? Because it just shows that Cleveland doesn't know how to win. One thing I am going to say. So for I think it was the number 69 snaps. Josh Gordon was not in the game. Okay, he comes in, he catches 1 touchdown. I'm telling you now. The hot take is if he stays healthy, if he stays out of trouble, he will finish this year as a top 4 wide receiver in the NFL.
Wow.
Okay, that's going to be my hot take.
Antonio Callaway was the starting wide receiver.
Insane. I don't know if they were trying to prove a point.
They are.
You know what I mean?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, they're putting him back on the depth chart to make him earn his way back.
And
Hugh Jackson is an idiot.
He is an idiot. Okay, he is an idiot. And how about Todd Haley out there? He's sporting the Game of Thrones.
He is.
Remember,
he is aged 35 years.
There he is again. Look,
he is aged 35 years.
Yo,
that's the 4th one today.
Offensive genius.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, but no, hot take, Josh Gordon, top 4 wide receiver.
All right,
at the end of the year.
My hot take is we're going to go up to New York. We're going down to Dallas, excuse me. Dallas is a 3-point favorite. Giants roll Sunday
Boom.
night. They roll
I had
the
before the
Cowboys.
season, I had Dallas going 6-10, finishing last in the NFC East. I said that this offense was going to be just as bad as I saw, and they are going to be just as bad.
It's as simple as this. Barkley is a stud. Just feed him the rock, feed him the pill, and that defense has no answer for him. That's for sure. Eli was off the mark. I continue to believe that he will be off the mark. Don't get me wrong, but I think the sun will shine on his ass just a little bit, and we all know that he plays well on Sunday nights in Dallas. So I think Eli will have a good game, and I think the Giants roll the Cowboys. That's my hot take. That's my skipping for a
I like that, and I agree with you. Okay. I agree with you. I think Dallas is very bad.
All right, final words before we get out of here. We're wrapping up at 55 minutes. Tony Cotillo, go right ahead. Floor is yours, Jigsaw.
Final words. I will say, and I posted a video because we didn't touch on this guy at all. So I posted a video courtesy of the Eagles and Brian Baldinger. We didn't talk about Jason Peters, and I got to say, phenomenal. If you get a chance, anybody out there,
he looks like he can go for 3 more years.
It's a 2-minute and 8-second clip of this guy manhandling not only defensive linemen, he's getting one-hand blocks on the safety coming up. He's doing the work of 2 guys at 36 coming off. He hasn't played in 11 months. This guy is unbelievable. He's a Hall of Fame tackle. You're watching him. Keep watching him. He does something special every week. So shout out Jason Peters.
All right, so another name we didn't talk about today was Sidney Jones. And Sidney Jones had a pretty nice game out of the slot on Thursday. You didn't hear his name at all the entire game. Yeah.
He needs to put on some pounds. I didn't see it at all.
He's a small guy.
He had that one nice play, the little flip screen to the left.
He's got more skills than Brandon Boykin, but boy, does his body look like him. That's for sure.
Yeah, put on some weight a little bit.
It's all right.
He's tall and lean. That's what he is right now.
It's a different NFL.
But, and he had a really good opening game.
Okay, good stuff. Final words from me. Please check me out, Real 106, Philly's Real #1 for throwbacks every Saturday night. And, of course, Friday mornings with Chio at 8:20. We talk Eagles on your way into work. Make sure you're checking out the team, PhillyAnswer.com. Candace, everybody working real hard behind the scenes. Nick, Ant. I know Ant was talking about some flyers. He wanted to put a flyers post out there. I got all amped for a flyers post. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got to say because JVR, is he going to score 32-plus goals? He did in Toronto. He had three great seasons, I think. So what's he going to do with the Flyers? There's some craziness going on with that team. Will G step it up? You got contract years for the goalies. I want to talk some Flyers. We also got the Phillies folding down the stretch. Sorry. And 76ers, I think, start camping like 9 days, something like that.
The Phillies is a shame.
I got some inside info. Jigsaw, you ready?
Oh, here we go.
Inside
It's got to be a Fultz thing.
It is.
Oh, how do I know?
It is. Someone that is absolutely in the know, said that, he's back. He's back. He's number one overall.
When people say he's back,
Did
he ever check in? Like, I'll just say, like you say he's back. Did he ever check in?
Yeah, when he was drafted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's back to being
back like confidence-wise.
number one overall pick. Listen, and all the swagger that comes with it. Let's go.
Don't get it twisted. All the negativity is not hate.
I
hope you're right.
Well, you just
I would love
see it.
I would love to see it.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's all I'm saying. Is I heard.
I hope
you want to see it because we get it every year with the off-season hype.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if it's Marco Fultz
birdie
or whatever.
Birdie out there.
Exactly.
Little birdie. Little birdie just floating away, just dropping little nuggets on me.
Yep.
All right, good stuff as always, boys. We greatly appreciate everyone checking in. Adrian Fedke, Tony Jigsaw Cotillo. I am Sean Brace. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, make sure you just download the podcast on iTunes, all that. If you join,
and give us 5-star. Hit the 5-star.
Hit the 5-star and like us on Facebook. Damn it! All right. Oh, and damn, it's 9/11. We'll end on that bad note, but hearts and thoughts.